Alright, today we're going to talk about choosing the right graph. And there's a couple graphs that are going to group data. And these serve a certain purpose. So if we want to create groups, then there's a couple of graphs for that. One would be a histogram. Because what a histogram does, it creates intervals. So this could be 0 to 4, and then 5 to 9, 10 to 14, and then you'd have bars for each group. Another one that groups stuff is a box and whisker plot. Oops, got a little extra there. Don't have that line through the middle. And a box and whisker plot groups things into quarters. So those are two that you're not going to see every individual response. What you're going to see is groups of responses. So if you want individual responses, then those are some different graphs. Alright, so some graphs that show every response, if that's what we want, would be something like a stem and leaf. So that looks like this, 0, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 2, 2, 3. So that would be a stem and leaf. It shows you every one of the responses, and it'll also show you where the greatest numbers are. It'll show you if there's a mode. So like on here we have a mode of 22. Other graphs would be a bar graph. So you might have bars going like this. So let's say this is favorite number 1, 2, 3, and your response is here. So it's going to show you, that 2 people picked number 2, 3 people picked number 3. Assuming my lines were perfect there. I just sketched that real quick. Alright, some other graphs would be a line plot. A line plot is a lot like a bar graph. So again, we have the numbers 1, 2, 3. So 3 people picked 1, 2 people picked 2, and 4 people picked 3. So it'll show you that your mode is 3. You can also find your median based on that. Two other graphs that you've learned about in this unit are the scatterplot . Ben's having a hard time writing today. So, what a scatterplot will show you is a relationship. Now there has to be a relationship there in order to really fit a scatterplot. So if you're going to graph something like age to favorite color, there's not really a correlation there. But if you're to graph something like hours spent studying and grade on your test, there's a relationship. So make sure when you're talking about scatterplots that there's an actual relationship between the two things. And then another one would be a circle graph. So a circle graph is used when you want to compare to the whole. So if you're talking about, the activities you do in a whole day, the whole trip to somewhere, the whole class voted. So anything when you have a whole, then you can put it on a circle graph. And a circle graph, like the first two we discussed, will not show you individual results. it kind of groups the results into categories.